I think there's this thing about unapologetically being yourself, and it's something that people strive towards, and they appreciate when others are, because they themselves find entertainment through it, and they themselves want to unapologetically be themselves. It's when people are bad people, when people are mean, if they're doing it from a place of insecurity, they just look weaker, they look more pathetic. But if they're doing it from a place that feels ironically correct and right, then it feels rewarding. Fang Yuan is a very well written character, and he goes into play with this a lot. And I think people misunderstand, people misrepresent what Fang Yuan represents. They just think they hear Fang Yuan, a lot of people know him as the most evil character in fictional existence, and to be quite frank, that's not even remotely true, not even close. He is someone who has a cold, calculated mindset that would do the most atrocious things in order to gain power. Ironically, I don't think the author of this book is a fan of Friedrich Nietzsche, but Nietzsche's philosophy coincides with Fang Yuan's ideology. He is a character who strives for power, and in Fang Yuan, the reason why I bring it up, this character is so fascinating because the advice given in this book is actual real life advice that will help people in their own life, from Reverend Insanity. It sounds like there are struggles that the author has gone through in their own life, and there are decisions that, and not everything is correct, by the way. Do not follow this book religiously like some type of guidebook. There are quotes in here that when you hear these quotes, they will make you reflect on your own life choices and make you be like, I've already knew these things. Why haven't I implemented them? And they will help reinforce the mindset for you to implement them. Fang Yuan is written in a way that feels like, a wonderful adaptation of things that look like weaknesses and turning them into strengths. For example, being humble. It's not about being humble to be nice. It's about being humble to manipulate people and deceive people into thinking that you're not more powerful than you're showing, that you are more powerful than you're letting them see. And you're not showing them that power because they could screw you over if they see it, if they see you as a challenge. And that's just one example of so many examples where in real life weaknesses can actually be turned into strengths. And I think that's the beauty of Reverend Insanity. I think it's what makes Fang Yuan so powerful and so effective at making people love him as a character. As wicked and terrible as he is, he's actually completely borderline neutral. I would even wager Walter White is a more evil character in a sense, but at the same time, I would also wager Walter White is more of a good guy than Fang Yuan too. Just because Walter White, when he makes decisions, does so from an emotional standpoint. He does care about people. Fang Yuan is a character who really doesn't care about anybody. And there's like strengths in that. It's a weird thing. Our human brain, and this is what I was explaining in the beginning, we look up to people who have things that don't necessarily make them good people, yet we ourselves, we want to be good people, and we want others to be good people, yet we still look up to people who are not good people, and they don't know why. It's a thing that's like ingrained within us, and I don't quite have the answer to that yet. So I'm not going to give you a false answer. I think I already kind of did, but that was in regards to something else. But Fang Yuan is just such a dynamic. Now I'm just fanboying, which isn't my intent because I'm not really fanboying this at all. I just misspoke in the last 20 to 30 seconds. So let's rewind from before that and then continue on with the point of this video. You can learn something from a book like this and apply it into your own life. Do not get the wrong message. It does not mean to screw innocent people over. The message that you get from while you read this is to turn your turn your weaknesses into strengths and internally maintain your own confidence through the damage that you go through in life.